This is the maiden voyage of this video series, the very first one we've ever recorded here at IPS Packaging and Automation. And who better to have on than Carlos Winston, the National Channel Manager for Pregis. And if you've ever encountered Carlos, if he's been in a room, you know he's there. He is a bundle of energy. He is just one of the most spirited individuals I've ever met, and I'm excited for you all to meet him. Welcome to Beyond the Box. Carlos, you made it.
Up?
How's it going?
Oh my God, this is exciting. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest, I was like very excited about it because I always want to talk and I always want to tell people my story. And knowing that this is the first time that you're doing this, there was a little bit of honor in that.
Well,
I felt really, really happy that you chose me to do that.
Well, I'm honored, and you're right, Carlos. This is the maiden voyage of Beyond the Box. You are our very first guest, so thank you for taking time. And it surprises me. I didn't know you were one to talk.
Yeah, right.
Anybody that knows Carlos? Carlos is never at a loss for words. So let's jump in, Carlos. Like, how in the world did you get here today? Like, I know we have partnership, IPS and Pregis, but you didn't just show up.
You know, I start by saying this. For one, thanks for having me on here. I wanted to add this somewhere. I bought a little gift. It's a Pregis gift. And I keep these little trinkets with me all the time. And I said, man, out of the box, who doesn't need a D-ring?
I know.
So I'm going to put this somewhere.
Can I use it for mountain climbing?
There you go. I don't think it's rated for that.
Probably not rated.
It's not rated for my weight anyway.
Well, where should it go, Carlos?
You know what? I don't know.
You might be starting
Start a trend, and you can now, everybody that has to come and
you have to bring me a gift.
You have to bring a gift.
The only way you're going to get on this show.
This is how you do it.
You bring a gift.
See,
you're setting.
I love setting tones.
I know.
Bringing money, bringing in business.
Yes.
You know, how I got here, man. 25 years ago, I could not have mapped this any kind of way. You know, there's a saying. It says, you know, if you want to see God laugh, tell me your plans.
Right.
Because I definitely couldn't have planned this out. This is definitely unique. You know. In short, I don't know who grows up saying I want to be a packaging salesman.
Probably not a lot of people.
You know, it was a lot of different things that really made this industry fit me and my personality type, and when I got into this business, it stuck. You know, I was in the military. When I got in the military, I thought I was going to do something perhaps in logistics or something like that. In fact, the job offers that I received when I first got out of the military were around logistics or operations and things of that nature. And I was going to move to Texas.
Secret ops.
That. Yeah, I was going to move to Texas. Defense contracting was one of the options as well. You know, and I went to this meeting and they said, hey, look, this guy from a company called Lord Corporation, he comes over, he says, I think you're a salesman. And I said, what? You know, my experience being a sales professional at that time was, you know, you go around with your vacuum cleaner and you vacuum everybody's door.
Skeezy, like, no,
you know,
salesy.
Yeah, so I was like, I didn't know. And come to find out, after spending some time with him, he says, look, come work with us. We're going to put you in all these different sales roles, let you travel with different sales professionals. And then I found out, wow, this is actually what I've been craving from the time I was a kid. And
you were built for it.
I was built for it, but I didn't realize what the profession was. You know, when I was a kid, I grew up on a tobacco farm in North Carolina. And my parents worked really hard. My mom worked as a technician at a mentally challenged facility, so she helped a lot of mental patients. And my father was a truck driver.
Oh, goodness.
And before that, we farmed, and they grew up as sharecroppers.
Sounds pretty easy, Carlos.
It was
had a pretty easy upbringing.
It was easy upbringing, sure. You know,
it's a wooden spoon in your mouth.
Oh my God! You know, when I was little, we would be outside, and my brother and I, we would see airplanes going across the sky. Literally, what I would say is, "Man, I wish I could be the guy with a briefcase going to a meeting." But I didn't know what that position was. I just knew it was
to be the guy in the sky.
Businessman. Yep. That's all I knew.
Yep.
I was going to go do some business, right?
Business.
What is the business? Right? Right. So in the end, I didn't know what that path was going to be. I didn't know how to get there. My interest ended up taking a life of its own. You know, I really wanted to join the military. My parents really wanted me to take the opportunity to go to college. I went to school, and Ryan Moody, who used to work here at IPS, was a roommate of mine.
No way. I didn't know that.
We were talking one day, and I said, man, I really always wanted to join the military. But my dad and my mom really wanted me to go to college. And he's like, well, you can do ROTC with me. And I said, well, how do I do that? It's already too late. You guys are already in it. I've already been in school for a year. He says, oh, no, you can go to basic training, and they have this program. And I was like, in my mind, for some reason, this sounds fun. So, yeah, I do that. It was beyond fun.
Yeah.
That experience was, a lot of people were hating life. And I literally was having the time of my life. It
basic.
I loved it. I loved everything about it, the motivating cadence. But what I learned from that, why did I love that so much? It was the esprit de corps. You know, I love team sports. I love that.
Explain that. If somebody hears that and they're like, what's
esprit de corps?
Yeah.
Yeah, so esprit de corps is, you know, the camaraderie that you have within an organization. But then you also have the biggest piece, and I was mentioning this last night to someone, is it's the confidence building. That part of being around that environment where everybody has that. I don't care how long it is, what time it is. I just want to get the job done, the mission done, and doesn't matter how difficult it is, we can figure it out. That can-do spirit, I've never seen it positioned anywhere outside of the military. So that's what I loved. And coming out of it, it was depressing because I just didn't think I was going to ever be a part of that again. And when they said, hey, we think you'll be a good sales professional, I was like, oh, great, I'll be by myself every day? That's not going to be... Oh, my God, was I wrong about that, right?
A little more teamwork involved.
It's a lot more teamwork involved. And the other part about it is why I love collaborating. I could set the tone. I could set the speed. Part of it sometimes is I'm very energetic. I used to be a lot more energetic, believe it or not.
More?
Very.
Okay.
A lot.
Carlos is a motivator, and I always know when he's on site, like literally, like I hear footsteps. I'm like, those footsteps are different than the normal cadence through here, and it's like, did someone just laugh? What, Carlos? You know, you feel it in the air. Your hair goes up like that. It's electric. You really are a bundle of energy. You do bring energy. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's really truly passion. I mean, it's really, I'm really an authentic person. What I learned from my father, from other people, you know, just be you.
Right.
That's what I love about it, right? And I could go out there, I could develop a life for me. And the biggest thing I used to ask myself is, before I was in the military and when I was coming out, this whole career path existed where you could have this success, where you had this ability to be a leader of business and to add value to people. Because people genuinely have services that they need. They need help to help their business grow.
I think that's it. Like, I think the mind of a good salesperson is you have to think of the customer and that they need help. It's not about like how much money can I make, what can I push this month. It's like if your heart and your mind genuinely is, I want to help people, then sales, that's not going to be a problem.
99% of the situations I walk into in particular, especially now, is we need help. We have this challenge. Sometimes we have to dig in to understand what exactly those challenges are because it could be kind of muddled in there. But it's very much like, it's very consultative because you could buy a commodity, but maybe your challenge is because of that commodity. We don't always know, so we really want to understand that with people. And I think that gives me a lot of excitement, a lot of passion, because when I know that you have a challenge or a problem, it doesn't even matter if it's a solution I can directly offer, but if I know of a solution, and even if it's not tied to me being able to help in some way makes me feel great. I feel good about that. I felt like I am delivering some type of value into the world. And that was one of the challenges when I was coming out of the military. It's like, how do I get that value feeling that I'm doing something valuable with my life on a regular basis? And I love the ability of knowing that I can help people. I see a lot of people, they just want to get that title. They want to get that next promotion. But I think if they had the passion around how can I help, how can I serve, how can I be of service, I think they would be a lot more fulfilled in life and more successful.
Well, I think this is why this partnership works so well. You know, IPS and Pregis. I mean, we've got a pretty good thing going there, and I think this is an excellent testimony of why that is the way that it is. Because obviously, I think people can pick up you're a little passionate. You got a little bit of passion.
I would say,
and it sounds like one of the things I was going to ask you is what had influence on your life, and I think we all know, you know, that time, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think you just said words, but like that time in the military and feeling that camaraderie, and then getting out and like, what now?
Yeah.
You know, but finding that outside of that world that, hey, there are other opportunities for camaraderie.
Yep.
We're going to be in a foxhole together.
Exactly.
You know? And like that's where you get close, and that's where things don't matter anymore, and you get down to business, and you get things done. So we're getting to the end here, Carlos, because you've walked us through your journey and how you like literally got here today.
Yeah.
And like I said, Carlos, like your energy's infectious, and I just have such affection for you, even in the times that we've just met over the years.
Yeah.
Just a couple of years now. But what, you know, the people that know you, because there are some people in this room that know you, what might be something about Carlos Winston that not everyone knows about? That you'd be willing to share, that we don't have to kill the cameras or run magnets all over.
I'm an open book. If I tried to keep it a closed book, it would seep out. You know, I have a passion for the arts, believe it or not.
Really?
Right? I really love, I'm a classical pianist.
What?
Yeah. So
his hand.
I know, right?
These little.
I know.
Those tickled ivory.
They love tickling the ivories. They tickle at it.
That's the thing, right? I don't say anything weird.
That's what they say. That's what they call it. They call it that. Yeah. So I love music. I love the arts. I love paintings. I love. I am really big into art. Believe it or not, and I don't know why. I don't know what.
Well,
I
know. I'm a creative guy too, but Carlos, you're a passionate guy, and I think that's just how people throughout the ages have expressed themselves. Like when you don't have words, let's play the piano. When I don't have words, I'm going to paint a picture, and I think that resonates with you. And I don't know. I'm not a trained psychologist. You know, I try to be sometimes with people and family members.
If you are, you'd make a lot of money from me because
we'd have a lot to talk about. And I know, and we could probably talk for days, and maybe you'll come back. Maybe there can be a Carlos Winston like part B through Z, and then we get into Roman numerals. I don't know.
Awesome.
But Carlos, I know you've got a plane to catch in just a little bit.
Sure.
But you've been here for a stretch, and thanks for telling us a little bit about yourself, and maybe next time maybe we should go to like a bar where they have like a piano, and you just slip up there and people start dropping.
Everybody will fall asleep.
Washington.
But that's fine. That'd be great.
Washington's in your mug there.
If they put some Washingtons, I could make it pump. You can eat
that. Well, Carlos, thanks for coming by, and thanks all of you for watching. This is the maiden voyage, the very first recording of Beyond the Box. We hope to see you soon.